Okay, now in this recording sizobe sikhuluma ngama-number patterns. La question 2 basiphe a arithmetic sequence and a quadratic number pattern. So in the description box uzothola ama-links for other recordings engiwayenzile for the question paper. So question 2.1, but the first term of an arithmetic sequence is -1 and the seventh term is 35. Determine a common difference la ku 2.1.1. Okay, singayithola kanjani i-common difference la? Ngoba i-common difference ngoba siyithola if ever sinama consecutive terms. But bangiphe u-T1 nobani no T7. So check and remember, keep in mind u-T1, the first term is also the same as ubani u-A, right? So Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 times D, the common difference. D is our common difference, and then bangiphe T7 no T1, which T1 which is the same as A, right? So as we set up an equation for T7, T7 is equal to A plus 7 minus 1 times Vani times D, right? And then T7, the seventh term is 35. All right, it's equal to A plus 7 minus 1 is 6, and then D, the common difference. Therefore 35 uzoba equal to bani minus 1 plus bani plus 6D. So the idea was to actually set up an equation so that sizokwazi ukukhalculate ubani u-D. U-A is the first term. The first term iyafana nobani or is equal to A, and then A wethu la kuyoba ubani kuyoba ulo kanje -1. Then we calculate for D. U-D wethu uzoba equal to asibone 35 ngitranspose lo 1 ngithola u-36, and then 36 divided by 6, it means u-D uzoba equal to bani to 6, right? To 6. So in such a question, ama questions afana nalawe ama consecutive terms unganawo khona, bakupha ama terms at random kuleyo sequence yakho. You just need to set up ama equations. You need to set up ama equations or an equation ezoku-allow ukuthi ucalculate the unknown. 2.1.2, the number of terms in the sequence, but it determines the number of terms in the sequence if the last term of the sequence is 473. In other words, ngifuna the value for n whenever u-Tn are equal to 473, right? Ngino D in this sequence, ngino D as well as A. Now I can answer this question ngoku D no A nginayo. Bheka, Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 times D. I have D, I have A. Ngifuna the value for n. I have Tn, which is the last term. Siya substitute, it's 473 equal to -1 plus n minus 1 bani times 6, the common difference. Then I calculate for n kule equation. But first you solve for the bracket. 473 uzoba equal to -1 plus 6n minus 6 ngoba nangimultiply lo 6 inside the bracket ngithola 6n no minus 6, and then -1 no minus 6 ama like terms, which asinikeza -7. 473 is equal to -7 plus 6n, you transpose lo 7 ngithole u-480, nangidivide both sides by u-6. 480 divided by 6 ngithola ubani, ngithola u-80. So 80 is equal to n. 80 is equal to n. Here we go. 2.1.3, right? Ngifuna the sum of the first 40 terms in this sequence. So lana ngivela ne formula of Sn equal to n over 2 to A plus n minus bani 1 times d, or ungasebenzisa this one as well. Sn is equal to kwayithini the other one, where sine last term khona ithini the other one, I think check ngathi it's n over 2 and then a plus l, just to be sure. Yes, ungasebenzisa this one, just your substitute to iloga last term yakho a unaye, and then the number of terms, which is 40 la, right? But I prefer this one again. I prefer this formula. I do have n, how many terms? The first 40 terms, and then a naye, n naye, and then I also have ubani ud, the common difference. This one is when the life ibelula. So therefore ngifuna the sum for the first 40 terms, ya substitute lapha, and then this is equal to, okay, 2.1 was bega straightforward nje. Bega straightforward, nothing complicated, nothing ingati complicated nje la. So minus 1 plus 40 minus 1 times 6 close bracket, answer 4640. 4640. So answer is lana, it's 4640. This is our answer for 2.1.3. With 2.2 basiphe a quadratic number pattern. So lana I have to erase and answer 2.2. 2.2, okay, basiphe 75, 53, 35 and 21, but it's a quadratic number pattern. With 2.2.1, but write down the fifth term of the number pattern. Okay, so bangiphe ama terms ayingaki, i4, t1, 2, 3 and 4. Mina ngifuna the fifth term. Let's calculate the fifth term. Okay, so for the first difference, also this is a quadratic number pattern. It's in the second common difference. The first difference here too, our first difference is over minus 22, minus 18, no minus 14, minus 18, minus 24. Okay, minus 18 minus negative 22, it's going to be 4, minus 14, minus 14 subtract negative 8 is 4 now. So the second common difference give about 4. So in order to calculate the fifth term, you add all of 4, no minus 14, no bani, no 21. Now 21. So it's going to be 4 plus minus 14 plus 21. Answer is 11. So T5 is equal to 11. Now answer here today. T5 way to now. Yes. 2.2.2, determine the n term of the number pattern. Okay, n term, finding n term, whether it's an arithmetic sequence or a geometric sequence or a geometric sequence. This is where you grab ama marks again. Make sure good la grab ama marks. Anyway, the n term for a quadratic number pattern is Tn equal to an squared plus bn plus c. Now what we have to do is to find the value of a, value of b, ne value of bani ka c. There's a set of formulas owasebenzayo for finding a, b and c, but unfortunately our tholi ku number ku formula sheet komele wazi ke lawo. So u2 now multiply u2 no a uthola ubani u4, the common difference, right? 2a is equal to 4. So in other words, you tata ama values for the first branch wale quadratic pattern yakho, right? So u2a u equal to bani 4. The 4 ngimthatha la. So therefore 2a is equal to 4. Now divide both sides by 2. A is equal to 2. And then there's another formula, 83a plus b is equal to minus 22, right? Always we check out the first branch of your quadratic pattern. So 3a plus b is equal to minus 22. Langno a khona ngifaka ubani u2 plus b is equal to minus 22. 3 times 2 is 6. And then you transpose all of 6 to the right hand side. You tola ubani b is equal to minus 22 minus 6, and then b uzoba equal to minus 28. And then uc yomthola by saying, okay, now add a no b no c komele uthole u75. Lo 75 is the first term of the what's this one, of this quadratic pattern, right? So in order to I think it now ufuna ama values ka a, b and c, kwamele uqala ucalculate to a, ulandele ngo b, ulandele ngobani ngo c, wa calculator alphabetically lama variables wakho. So a nginaye, b nginaye, I just substitute and calculate for c, and then c uzoba equal to ma like terms lawa nangahlanganisa ngithola minus 26, nang transpose minus 26 yofika bo plus 26 to the right hand side, and then c over equal to 101. Therefore n term yam is equal to 2n squared minus 28n plus 101. Quadratic pattern is basically a quadratic equation or a parabola. Yes, it's a quadratic equation or a parabola. So asenze 2.2.3 the last question, but I have to erase lana kala. Alright, 2.2.3 but to determine the maximum value of the following number pattern. The maximum value of the following number pattern. Okay. Alright. This is the number pattern, right? So in order to find the maximum number pattern yala, ngizodinga ukuthola the end term for this number pattern. But check something out again. There's actually a relationship, or let me say this number pattern, the minus 15 minus 53 over 5 is derived from the previous one. Mauthatha ukubheka ulokanje 75 simthola by multiplying, I mean minus 15 simthola by multiplying 75 ngo1 over negative 1 over 5, so 15, and then siyala ulokai negative 53 over 5 simthola by multiplying 53 ngo minus 1 over 5, so negative 53 over 5. So how did I know this one yafana this number pattern si derive from this one? Ngibona ngalo 5 negative divide by 5, 53 nangla, negative divided by 5, 21, negative 21 divided by 5. So I was like, okay, should I multiply by a negative 1 over 5? Why do I have to look for a relationship between lana and la? Because of if ngithatha this pattern, ngithatha this number pattern, and then ngithola i-n term yakhona, kuzoba i-dry kanjalo. Alright, kuzoba i-dry kanjalo ngoba sisabhekene nenkinga la, but sithole the maximum value. So we have to find the n term, and then again sibuye sithole the maximum value bezostrafa kanjalo. So instead there's a relationship which exists between the two. So instead of finding n term yala, I can use the n term for the old pattern, right? So the n term for the old pattern one, n equal to A konje simthole u02 2n squared minus 28n and then plus 101 plus 101. Therefore, check out, this is a quadratic pattern, which means it's also a quadratic equation or a parabola. A parabola. Especially nangabe uhlangana nama questions aso, find the maximum or minimum value, and that equation, I mean that question involve a quadratic equation. You need to think in terms of turning points. This is a maximum, this is a minimum, and this equation has a value of a which is greater than 0. So nangabu a are greater than 0, uzoba nani, uzoba, wait, is the a, yeah, a2. So therefore izoba nani, if ever a are greater than 0, uzoba smiley face. If a are less than 0, if are less than 0, uzoba nani, the sad face, right? But check out something, in order to find the maximum value, in order to find the maximum value, you can either find a derivative, first derivative, and find the maximum value by equating to 0. So the first derivative at the turning points is what is equal to 0. So therefore we can either use a first derivative, or we can use a turning point of a parabola. Yes, the turning point of a parabola naila n is equal to minus b over 2a. Remember, sifuna lana, sifuna the maximum value. Sifuna the maximum value of Tn. The maximum value of T1, T2, T3, T4, and then somewhere kule pattern yethu there's a Tn which is a maximum. Uma we compare with the other terms, it's the biggest value kule number pattern. Sifuna that term. So therefore sifuna ukwazi ukuthi term number bani ke. Sifuna ukwazi ukuthi term number bani in this sequence la. So n uzoba equal to minus b, b ubani minus 28 divided by 2a ubani 2 la. So then we calculate. Why am I using this formula? Ngoba kulo kanje ku parabola, if ever sifuna I maximum term, I mean if sifuna I maxima I turning point, ayisho ngishizwa ngathi the maximum, it's this point or this point, angisho ilama turning points wakho. This n equal to minus b over 2a isinikeza the x coordinate for ilo kanje I turning point yethu, right? So hence ngisebenzisa this formula so that we can find the maximum n value kule parabola yethu or the quadratic equation. So this is equal to 7. So term number 7, n equal to 7, term number 7 is in fact the maximum value, but sifuna ukwazi ukuthi Tn ubani, right? Leo maximum term ingakanani, right? We know ukuthi term number 7, but leo maximum term ingakanani. Let us find out. Tn is equal to, la kuno n khona ngiyofaka ubani, 7 squared minus 2n 7 plus 101. Then we substitute again. 2 7 squared minus 28 7 plus 101. This is equal to 3. So this is 3. Tn is equal to 3. The maximum term ubani, term number 3. But guess what? This Tn is not for this number pattern. Yes? Remember, 7 said the n term for the old number pattern. Right? So lo Tn lona Tn wakupi wala kule number pattern. Yes? Walena kule number pattern. So bheka ke manje. Walena kule number pattern. And by the way, this number pattern, the old number pattern, in a minimum value. Yes, in a minimum value, this number pattern. Ngoba a greater than bani 0. The old pattern has a minimum value, but the new pattern has a maximum value. Ngoba a wakhona uzoba greater than bani. I mean uzoba less than 0. Uzoba less than 0. So yeah, this number pattern is over na the maximum value. This one in a minimum value. Ngazi kanjani? It's because of its multiplier. Every term kule sequence by -1/5. Thus yoyenza lo a lo kuthi abe njani, abe negative as well. So therefore Tn for the new pattern uzoba equal to 3 times -1/5. So ngisebenzise the n term for the old pattern, right? Yanginikeza ini the minimum value yakhona. So ngoba ngimultiplier by the -1/5 yonginikeza the maximum pattern for the new one. Okay? The maximum term for the new pattern, -1/5. This is equal to -3/5. -3/5. I have to multiply by the -1/5 because of this is the new pattern, and ngoba lo 3 sim derive from where? From the old pattern. So I hope I make sense. Ngoba sengikhulume kakhulu la. I hope we enjoy this video. Nangabe uyi-enjoyile, please leave a like, share nabangani bakho nangabe uthole some value, and ungakhohlwa nokusubscribe nangabe new. It's your first time watching ama videos ku virtual tutorship. So yeah, for now guys, asibonane on the next video. In the description box kunama links for other recordings engiwayenzile for this question paper. So for now, asibonane on the next one. Bye bye.